Right, marvelous. Let's begin today. We're speaking about maths. At some point we start loving it so much today we can't even stand it. And I have a question, because we always get maths tests in school. Remember your school years, or if you are in school, remember your maths test. It's always a very good source of entertainment. Just the other week we had a test, and I have a question to a person who wrote this. Just listen to this. A line AB and the line BC is equal to the line ED, and XYZ is upside down. Why are you telling me this? Why do I need the BCDB? I don't know what this is. Can you tell normally what it means? Because no normal person can understand this. Because to every normal person this is incomprehensible gibberish. And this is even better. I mean, the triangle is 10 meters wide. 10 meters wide. Imagine this. This is a meter. This is a meter and so. The triangle is 10 meters wide. Right next to it, capital letters. Not to scale. No, I think this piece of paper is 10 meters wide. You know this is 10 meters wide. For who is this? Who needs to know that if you have a piece of A4 paper, it's not 10 meters wide? It isn't, obviously. Oh God, my face is 10 meters wide. I must be enormous. Going on further. Two straight lines are parallel to each other. No shit! You made my day. Permission to say cock. Why? Whoever needs that stuff? This is even better. Please solve. Y equals 3 seconds x negative 11. 2 equals 3 seconds times 3 plus c. 2 equals 9 plus c. c equals 7. You know, my idea about math, that is, you're supposed to do something with numbers. But apparently this person's idea of math is rather different. For them it's apparently adding letters. You know, it all makes sense to a boffin who wrote this. But at least can I ask them a question? Why is it pink? Why do you have to make a paper pink? And then they say the school isn't gay. Now let's talk about English. Oh boy, do I have a lot of complaints. Just been reading this. This is A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. For the modern generation, specifying Shakespeare is a writer and a poet and an actor and basically everybody else. He lived 400 years ago. It is not a song. And here it says comedy. But this is not a comedy. For a very good reason. Because to me it looks like somebody who speaks very poor English arrived and wrote a couple of lines, then called somebody from China and said, "Can you finish this book for me?" And he said, "Yes, of course. Although I'm going to write it in English letters, but I'm going to write it in Chinese." This is, how much pages are there? 172 pages of English Chinese. And they make us read it. And they say it's a comedy. Apparently the person who wrote this had no idea whatsoever what comedy is. It's apparently very difficult for them. I didn't laugh once reading this book. Because I couldn't even understand who the characters were. Why do you have to learn something that nobody's ever going to read and nobody's ever going to understand, most importantly? I mean, what's the point? Can anyone explain me a point? This is absolutely useless. I mean, why do you say up and down, up and down? That sounds like somebody having sex. This is what it sounds to me like. I mean, this is incomprehensible gibberish for a modern person. That, just like that math test we talked about before. It is incomprehensible gibberish. And it's going on about two things. Love and sex. Because they can't apparently talk about anything else. It's way too difficult. Thanks.